feel it, don't you? WrestleMania. It doesn't quite hit the same this year. The build is mid. The hype, very questionable. But that's exactly why this WrestleMania might end up being one of the most dangerous, unpredictable, chaotic shows WWE has ever put together. Because when WWE feels pressure, they do not play it safe. They go all in. Return, hype. Drop a hype if you're new to our community because it gives the new people opportunity to check out what Dominating Impulse has to offer. And the most important thing you can do is hit the subscribe and notification bell. Now, let's get into the juice. Becky Lynch is going to get her moment. For months, Becky Lynch has been getting outplayed, outworked, and outmaneuvered. But I think that is a part of the storytelling. Because at WrestleMania, the comeback, the sweet revenge, the cold and calculated comeback story victory, it hits a lot different. If Becky Lynch wins clean, this will not only be a victory, this will be a moment, then this will be a statement as we send AJ Lee off into the sunset for this being possibly one of her final runs inside of the WWE. The next story, it has some double turn chaos. Now this is where things are going to get very dangerous. We're talking double turns. Heel, face, heel. Trick Williams, who's been white hot the last couple of years on the NXT circuit before getting called up to the main roster, and Sami Zayn, who has done it all and seen it all on the WrestleMania stage, is starting to lose a little bit of favor with the crowd. Trick is becoming the guy setting ablaze the media circuit on TV, getting commercials. He even has the hit song from the movie. But let's flip that pancake. You created a whole new dynamic overnight with this rivalry. And it is going to be fun to see what happens inside of this fallout. Is Trick ready for that stage? Is Sami going to put him over? That's not all when we talk about chaos. Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Valker. Another possible double turn. And if WWE pulls this off right, if they execute it, because Liv Morgan has been red hot for the last 2.5 years, possibly keeping the women's division alive on her back, along with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill and some of the other ladies in that roster, is it time for Liv to go back to the face? Can we get one of those matches that we talk about for years between Sami and Trick and Liv and Stephanie? Now, if you've been paying attention the last couple of weeks to the build-up between Brock Lesnar, and he clearly has a little bit of love for the guy, and there are talks, should Oba get put over? Should Brock squash it and do the Hogan thing? This is business. Because if Brock is on the way out and Oba is the future, what better way, what better stage, and what better person to put him over? But we've seen this movie before. Goldberg, Survivor Series 2016. The moment that changed everything. Could this be that moment again? And is WWE going to make the right decision? Now, every WrestleMania is special. The most important thing about WrestleMania is the next Monday. The next Monday Night Raw, that is. Let's start with, this isn't just going to be another episode. This is going to be the birth where stars are made. We might see some NXT call-ups to the main roster. JC Jane, Ethan Page, Joe Hendry, Solo Ruka. If the WWE plays it right, a lot of these 4 main stars have namesake, but they could possibly catapult themselves into the position they were in when TKO actually took over this product. Speaking of taking over the product, the youth movement is 40s. Where is the future? What is the future? The future is here. And ladies and gentlemen, his name is Jevon Evans, the young OG. And he will win the Intercontinental title. This won't be just a win. This is going to be a shift in power. Think about when Jeff Hardy started his solo run when he got that Intercontinental title at the age of 23. If you stack that with Oba and Trick, oh man, we will be birthing stars, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. The internet community is not going to like this. We all hate the superstar and the celebrity angle that has been pushed upon us from Lil Yachty to Travis Scott and Jelly Roll, IShowSpeed Speed will be pinning LA Knight on WrestleMania. You heard it here first. That is just a wild prediction from Dominated Impulse. This one here, IShowSpeed Speed, is going to start his career possibly into wrestling, and there have been talks of him doing some level of training at the Performance Center, but he will be pinning LA Knight. Either it's going to break the internet or the crowd is going to love it. And this match right here is a part of the problem that TKO and WWE has run into with not reading the room. This match right here is pure 1000% rage bait. I got a feeling it's going to be the opener, so it's going to have some time to cool off and other opinions will be formed, but do not get it twisted. The youth movement is here. Oba, Trick, IShowSpeed, Jevon Edwards. The energy will be relevant in the building for the youngsters to take the main stage, and I think this is going to be a passing of the mantle style WrestleMania. More celebrity news from WrestleMania. Jelly Roll. We're talking the big guy who became the small guy, and this could get messy. Jelly Roll, buddies of Randy Orton, who's also been infused with the Pat McAfee angle. More celebrities in the main event stage that we don't want. Yeah, it didn't make sense. TKO, they don't care about your feelings. They don't care about my feelings. They don't even care about storytelling. Do not be surprised when you see Jelly Roll. Problem is, going to do what they wanted to do, virality, conversations. Remember, it creates a buzz. It's not a bad thing for the bottom line. The Rock versus Roman Reigns, the setup. We've been wanting this match for years. This is a fantasy booking in the making. The bloodline story has not been finished, as Roman Reigns and other family members have also hinted at. This is going to be a big one, and this is going to shake things up. If The Rock shows up and confronts the tribal chief, it is over. And especially being at WrestleMania is scheduled to be in UAE next year, Saudi Arabia, it actually makes a lot of sense, and it locks in the date, the match, and the timing. Does he help CM Punk? Does he just stare down Roman? Either way, the final boss will be back. And I think it is going to be the biggest moment we've seen in WrestleMania in possibly the last 30 years. Iyo Sky. She was in a big-time match last year with Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. She's not even on the card anymore, especially this year. And now, she's going to snap. The fans aren't rocking with it. This commentator isn't rocking with it. So what does WWE do? They flip the script. Do not be surprised if Iyo turns heel and costs Rhea Ripley a little bit of gold, a little bit of respect, and a little bit of embarrassment. So now you've got Iyo versus Rhea, a fresh rivalry, fresh direction, and it kind of gives you that Austin Rock element, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. I think if they pull this off correctly, something big can come from it from the women's division. Drew McIntyre. The redemption arc. It is here. He has been in war mode his whole career. But now there's a shift coming. After a brutal match against one of the Bloodline's ultimate warriors, Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf. Broken, bloody, the crowd cheering, standing, no speech, no promo. He will ascend back into the main level event status that he has been seeking for a long, long time. And the question is, are the fans finally going to buy into Drew being the face of the company? The last one, the closer, it's been circling around Reddit forums and chat rooms in the internet space for years. So here it goes. Vince McMahon, he is going to return. The prodigal son who built the stage, the moment, the median space that is wrestling entertainment comes back. Here we go. The most controversial rumor of them all, Vince McMahon back at WrestleMania. If there's smoke, there might be fire. There's mentions of it on TV, backstage tension, weird signals. What if he shows up? Is there going to be apologies? Is he going to make certain stars feel alienated? Is that going to overshadow every other story that I just mentioned before now? Hall of Fame? Hall of Fame announcement, main event, Vince is coming back. That is going to shake up the room, and that is all you need to know. That might be bigger than WrestleMania itself. So now the question is WWE about to deliver a classic, or are we watching chaos unfold in real time? Because if even half of these rumors hit, WrestleMania 42 won't just be remembered, it's going to be studied and dissected for years to come. Drop your predictions below. What is one moment for you, the fans, that to happen? And if you're rocking with Dominating Impulse, make sure you hit that subscribe button, please, as we continue to grow and step back into what we do here, WWE, comic, gaming, storytelling. Because we don't just watch wrestling. We break it down like nobody else can. Till next time, King of the Podcast, Casual Gamer. I'm out.